Chosen one, listen carefully. Today I have an urgent message that only God's true chosen will understand. If you have wandered from his path, if your heart does not burn with the fire of his calling, then this message is not for you. But if you are walking in his light, if your spirit knows that you were set apart, then this word will reach you at the exact moment it was meant to. What I am about to reveal is not just important, it is life-changing. It will awaken truths in your soul that even you may not fully grasp yet. Even the archangels themselves have been stunned by what has unfolded around you, and yet you still do not see the full picture. The events that have shaped your life, the struggles you've endured, the moments of silence, all of it has a reason far greater than your mind can comprehend. Stay with me until the very end, because what I share today will shift your understanding of your mission, your calling, and the power that surrounds you. You were chosen, not by chance, but by God's deliberate design, and it is time you fully realize it. Before we continue, chosen ones, give this video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, tap the bell icon, share this message with other chosen ones, and comment 777 to let the world know you are fully aligned with the mission God has given you. Section 2. The invisible event you missed. Something shifted in the spirit realm while you were surviving. Chosen one, there is something I need to tell you. A truth so profound that it might feel almost unreal at first. While you were walking your life, doing your best, carrying your burdens, and often feeling alone, an event unfolded in the spirit realm that changed everything. You did not see it because it was not meant for your eyes at that moment. Yet its impact has been quietly shaping your life, your thoughts, your decisions, and even your very heartbeat. This invisible event, though unseen, was deliberate. It was orchestrated by God himself in a way that only his chosen can truly understand. And yes, the archangels themselves watched it unfold with a mixture of awe and disbelief, for what you endured and what you remained unaware of is beyond ordinary comprehension. I know that for many of you, life has felt heavy, confusing, and sometimes even unfair. You may have asked yourself why certain doors remained closed, why blessings seemed delayed, or why the path forward was shrouded in silence. Chosen one, hear me clearly. These were never mistakes. Every delay, every moment of solitude, every silent night when you prayed and felt unheard, was a part of God's grand design. What you endured was the quiet preparation for the awakening you are stepping into now. It is natural to feel that the world has overlooked your efforts, that your struggle has gone unnoticed. But let me assure you, heaven never misses a single step. While you were surviving, God and the archangels were moving on your behalf in ways you could not perceive. Think of it this way. When a gardener waters a plant beneath the soil, unseen by the eye, the roots grow strong and deep. So it was with you. The spiritual forces that govern your destiny have been nurturing, shaping, and fortifying you. Every tear, every silent prayer, every moment of feeling unworthy was being converted into spiritual resilience. You may have wondered why clarity did not come when you needed it most. Why did certain answers remain hidden? The reason is simple. God knew that if you had seen it all too soon, it might have overwhelmed you. There are forces in the spiritual realm, forces of light and forces of opposition, that respond to timing, to the readiness of your spirit. The archangels themselves can only observe in certain ways. They cannot force revelation upon the unprepared soul. This invisible event, which now begins to touch your awareness, was timed perfectly to coincide with your growing capacity to understand, to receive, and to rise. This event also explains why you may have felt unseen or misunderstood by those around you. The chosen one often carries burdens that others cannot perceive. Your spiritual assignment was quietly unfolding, and to shield you from distraction and confusion, God allowed the world to see only part of your journey. What appeared to others as ordinary, mundane, or even ordinary struggle was, in truth, a critical part of your spiritual elevation. Even in moments when you questioned your purpose, God's plan was in motion, unseen but unstoppable. Now, understand this. The spiritual realm is not static. It is a living, breathing reality that interacts with your life moment by moment. Every decision you made, every act of patience, every prayer whispered in the quiet of your heart, resonated in ways that even the archangels found astonishing. They witnessed your endurance, your faith, your willingness to walk a path without applause or recognition. And that is why they were stunned. Your choices, your persistence, your refusal to bend under invisible pressures, all of it created a ripple in heaven that will echo through eternity. Chosen one, take a deep breath and let this truth sink in. What you have endured, what you have survived, has not been in vain. You have been positioned for something monumental, something that even celestial beings are observing with a sense of awe. And yet, it is not about them. It is about you and your alignment with God's divine mission. The unseen forces have been responding to you, preparing the stage, while you were simply walking your life, doing your part, often without knowing the full impact. The spiritual event I speak of was not loud or dramatic in the way humans expect. It did not come with signs that the world could measure. It was quiet, subtle, and powerful, a perfect reflection of God's wisdom. And it reached you at the exact moment when your soul was ready to begin perceiving the deeper truths that were always meant for you. What you are about to understand in the coming moments will bring clarity to years of struggle, confusion, and unanswered prayers. So, chosen one, remember this. Just because you did not witness the event does not mean it did not occur. God's work is often hidden from our eyes, and yet it is just as real, just as potent, and just as life-altering. The archangels, while observing, were stunned not because you were unaware, but because your endurance and obedience under silence exceeded what even they expected from a human soul. Stay close to this understanding. Reflect on it often. Let it settle in your heart. Know that every challenge, every moment of loneliness, every unexplained twist in your path has been leading you toward the awakening of your true spiritual authority. And know this above all else. You are not late, you are not behind, and you are not forgotten. Heaven has been working silently, preparing you for the rise that is coming. And the moment you fully step into it, the world, and even the angels, will recognize the power of your faith and obedience. Section 3. Why the archangels are stunned. They have seen battles, but they have never seen this. Chosen one, let me tell you something that will expand your understanding of your significance in the spiritual realm. The archangels, mighty beings who have witnessed the rise and fall of nations, who have observed the spiritual struggles of countless souls, are stunned by you. They have seen legions of angels move to battle. They have watched the forces of darkness attempt to sway the faithful. And they have even seen humans endure extraordinary trials. But they have never witnessed a soul like yours. The endurance, the restraint, the quiet obedience under pressure, they have not seen it in this way before. Understand this, chosen one. The archangels are not easily amazed. They are instruments of God's power, and yet your life, your decisions, your silent perseverance have left them in awe. Why? Because they see the rare quality that even the most devout cannot achieve. You have walked through trials without succumbing to bitterness. You have been tested in ways that would have broken most, yet you remained anchored to God's will. You have carried burdens that were unseen, and still you have maintained your integrity and faith. Many of you have wondered why your struggles felt so intense, why the spiritual pressure never seemed to ease. You may have even questioned whether God had abandoned you or whether you were somehow failing your mission. Hear me clearly. Nothing could be further from the truth. The archangels themselves observed your restraint, your refusal to be swayed, and it is precisely that steadfastness that stunned them. They are witnessing your rise, even as you remain unaware of the full impact of your actions. There is a principle in the spiritual realm that you must understand. Obedience under silence is the rarest form of faith. Angels can witness human courage, but when that courage manifests without recognition, without applause, without anyone even knowing the struggle, it becomes extraordinary. And this, chosen one, is why you are so highly regarded in the heavenly realms. Your unseen victories, Your quiet triumphs over doubt and fear have created ripples that extend far beyond your comprehension. You may ask yourself, why am I still standing? Why do I feel so tested? The answer is simple. Because God has deliberately placed you in circumstances where your faith must be proven without external validation. This is a sacred test, a hidden trial designed to strengthen your spiritual core. And it is precisely this hidden dimension of your journey that has left the archangels in awe. They recognize that your perseverance is not accidental, it is divine, and it is rare. Now, chosen one, let's be clear. Being observed by the archangels is not merely a compliment, it is a declaration of significance. They do not marvel at ordinary obedience or fleeting faith. They marvel when a soul rises in alignment with God's will, especially when that rise is unseen, uncelebrated, and unacknowledged by the world. That is exactly what you have done. And this is why heaven is carefully positioning you for what comes next. The unseen is always the most powerful. Consider for a moment the magnitude of this realization. Beings created before time itself, beings who dwell in the fullness of God's presence, are stunned by your life. This is not to inflate your ego, but to awaken your spirit to the reality that you are living on a plane of spiritual significance that most cannot even imagine. Your mission, your choices, your endurance. They are setting the stage for a divine ripple effect that will touch generations, unseen and unheard, until the appointed moment. I want you to understand one more thing about this awe. It is not passive. The archangels are not mere spectators. They are monitoring, protecting, and silently supporting the faithful, especially the rare souls chosen for extraordinary missions. But they do not intervene until God commands. And in your case, they have been stunned because your obedience has surpassed expectation. They are witnessing a human soul rise with courage, clarity, and unwavering faith, even when the full picture is hidden from you. Many of you have also struggled with loneliness in your mission. You may have felt isolated, misunderstood, or burdened by the weight of unseen responsibilities. This is exactly why the archangels are stunned. They see the strength you summon every day, even in the absence of human validation. Your resilience, your ability to hold on to hope in the face of uncertainty, has made you a spiritual anomaly. You are rare, chosen one. You are exceptional. And yet here is the paradox. The world often does not see this. Friends, family, colleagues, and even fellow believers may not understand the depth of your endurance. They may see only the surface struggle, the mundane challenges, and the moments of doubt. But the heavenly realm sees it all. Every tear, every whispered prayer, every silent act of faith is registered in the eternal ledger. And it is precisely because of your unseen obedience that the archangels stand amazed. Let me explain further. What amazes them is not merely that you endure, but how you endure. You do not lash out. You do not demand recognition. You do not bow to fear. You carry the weight of your mission with grace, humility, and trust in God's timing. This is what sets you apart. This is what the archangels recognize. Your faith under silence, your joy under trials, your patience under pressure. These are qualities so rare that even celestial beings pause to acknowledge them. Now, chosen one, I want you to internalize this fully. Your life is a spiritual symphony, composed by God, witnessed by angels, and executed by you. Even when you feel unseen, even when you question your path, know this. The heavenly realm is paying close attention. Your rise, your endurance, and your obedience have stunned the very beings who have existed before time, and the full manifestation of this recognition is yet to unfold in your life. In conclusion, understand this truth. The archangel's astonishment is a reflection of God's pleasure in your faithfulness. They are witnesses, but their awe is also a signal to you. It is confirmation that your walk, your mission, and your patience are aligned with divine purpose. What you have survived, what you have endured, and the silent victories you have achieved are unprecedented in both the human and spiritual realms. Hold on to this revelation, chosen one. Let it strengthen your resolve, calm your doubts, and awaken your understanding that you are not ordinary. You are extraordinary in the eyes of God and even in the observation of heaven's highest beings. Your life is significant, your mission is vital, and your rise, when fully realized, will leave a mark that even angels will recount in awe. Section 4. The silent promotion. You never celebrated. You were moved higher without applause. Chosen one, it is time you understood a truth that few ever grasp. There has been a promotion in your life, a rise, a movement, a shift in spiritual authority. But you never heard the fanfare. You never saw the announcement. You were not celebrated, applauded, or recognized in the way the world might deem appropriate. And yet, this elevation is real, permanent, and divinely orchestrated. God does not operate like human systems. He does not measure significance by applause, medals, or recognition. Your promotion was silent because God knows the weight of what you are to carry and the timing of when the world must perceive it. Many of you may feel overlooked. You have worked tirelessly, prayed deeply, and endured trials that exhausted your spirit. And yet, the world seems indifferent. It may feel like your contributions, your faithfulness, your very essence has gone unnoticed. But I want you to know that heaven has been watching. Every act of obedience, every moment of restraint, every silent choice to honor God over convenience has been noticed. And the archangels themselves have witnessed your rise with astonishment. They see what you cannot see, that your influence, your authority, and your spiritual stature have expanded even while you believed you were waiting, stuck, or delayed. Understand this principle, chosen one. God often promotes quietly, deliberately, and invisibly. He knows that recognition before readiness can be dangerous. To be elevated too soon, to hold power or insight without preparation can lead to pride, confusion, or even spiritual collapse. That is why your promotion was silent. You were moved higher while the world believed you were standing still. You were given authority while no one noticed. You were anointed in ways unseen while the chaos of life pressed around you. This silent promotion also explains why you may have felt restless or dissatisfied despite your faithfulness. Your spirit sensed that something was shifting, even if your circumstances seemed unchanged. That restlessness was the whisper of heaven telling you that you were being prepared for a greater season, a season in which your influence, wisdom, and insight will touch far more than you can imagine. You were readying yourself for a spiritual ascension, one that requires strength, humility, and endurance. And God knew you were ready, even if the world could not see it. There is also a divine reason why your promotion came without applause: protection. When God moves a chosen soul, there are spiritual forces that notice, both of light and of opposition. To announce your rise prematurely would have exposed you to attacks that could have disrupted your growth. That is why your promotion was quiet, shielded, and deliberate. You were lifted, strengthened, and positioned in ways that even the archangels observed with awe, while the forces of opposition remained unaware of the extent of your elevation. Chosen one, your patience has not been in vain. Every moment of waiting, every season of uncertainty, every period of silent struggle has been the soil in which this promotion has grown. You were being prepared, strengthened, and fortified for the responsibilities now being entrusted to you. And this is why even angels are stunned.